Welcome to the kitchen. Happy holidays. Today we're going to make sugar plums, which comes straight out of the poem by Clement Clarke Moore, "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." I made these years ago because my grandfather grew up in Chelsea, and that's where Clement Clarke Moore townhouse is, where he wrote the fabled story. So this actually comes from Saveur Magazine. Saveur Magazine was my favorite food magazine, and I had a subscription to it for many, many years. Unfortunately, it's no longer a printed publication, but you can find the recipes online, so do check it out. So in our recipe we have almonds, and we're going to roast these, and we're going to use whole almonds, but if you'd like, you can use sliced almonds and then chop them up, either one. And even if you've got some almond flour, so I might do two batches. I might do one with the whole almonds and roast them, and then I'm going to do one with the almond flour. Dates, apricots, we're going to use orange zest, and our spices, nutmeg, cinnamon, allspice. And I think what I'd like to do is I'd like to vary the recipe. So for the second batch, I want to add in a little bit of crystallized candied ginger. I love crystallized ginger. It is so good, and I'd really like to try this in the second batch. So first off, let's get our whole almonds into the oven, 300 degrees for 9 minutes, and we're gonna toast those, and then we're gonna chop them up. While I'm doing this batch, I'm going to take the opportunity to get the measurements. So for 2 cups of almonds, we're going to get 9.5 ounces, not 8 ounces. So I double check that. And then also, I forgot to mention the honey. So we're going to use clover honey in this recipe.
Please subscribe so we can bring you more recipes. Thank you.
For our almonds, after they were roasted, and now we're gonna put them in our food processor and chop them up into small pieces. So here are our nuts, and this is how we want them, but chunky and smaller pieces. And now in our food processor, I have the half of the apricots and half of the dates, and we're gonna process this until it's a nice fine paste. Here we have all of our mise en place together, our seasonings, honey, orange zest, chopped up nuts, finely chopped, half a cup of dates, finely chopped, and here is the paste that we made with the other half. We just toss in all of our seasonings first and mix it in with our nuts, and then we'll add in the dried fruits. And I just want to make sure that that orange zest is really mixed in very well. So we're going to stir that up. Now I'm going to stir together our dried fruits and nuts. Here is the paste that I made in the food processor with the dates and apricots. I'm going to stir that in. And if you want to do a double batch, I would suggest you do this in the stand mixer to make it easier to mix this all in together. And the last thing to add in is our honey. And I sprayed the measuring cup with nonstick cooking spray. Even so, it's still pretty slow. So we're going to mix all of that in together. Now that I have it all mixed together, I'm going to use my smallest cookie scoop, and I'm going to pack it in, portion it out, and then roll it between my hands to make a ball. Once you have a whole bunch set, put them in your bowl, and then toss it to coat it with the powdered sugar. And then just put them on your plate. And these are great to go on a dish after dinner on the holidays, or in a tin of holiday cookies to give to other people. And this is absolutely wonderful. Now I am going to try the recipe the second time using the almond flour, and I think I might put all of the dried fruits in the food processor to make it much more of a paste, so that way it sticks together better. Here's our 9.5 ounces of almond flour, and I'm going to toast this in the oven, 300 degrees for 9 minutes. I'm going to rotate halfway through. I'm also going to add 1.5 ounces of our crystallized candied ginger to the food processor with the apricots and dates. So you can see I got a nice little light golden brown color on the almond flour. We're going to get this in the bowl, and here are the finely chopped up dates, apricots, and crystallized ginger, and the rest of our ingredients. We're going to all mix in the bowl, and I'll tell you the end result. So this is our second batch, and it looks a little bit lighter because the almond flour is blanched almond flour. It has no skin on it, and our whole almonds had the skin on it, so that way they looked much darker. So our first batch came out looking pretty dark, and now we're just going to toss these up. All right, and then See the difference between the two? So end result, I prefer the crunchiness of the chopped almonds instead of the almond flour. However, it's still very good, so this might be a quick way of doing it. And I do like the addition of that candied ginger. So definitely want to make this again using the whole almonds toasted and adding in that crystallized candied ginger. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for checking it out, and hopefully you will be inspired to make this at home. Please check out all the rest of our videos on our YouTube channel. For more recipe demonstrations, please click like and subscribe to Chef Victoria Loves YouTube channel and have fun in the kitchen. Thank you.